Welcome, hello, Yasu, hi, my name is Tai Kölner, and today I want to get into a little more fun stuff, as I promised before. So today's topic is energy impacts and how they infect you. So this is something I really enjoy, and I'm smiling always if I recognize such an impact. If you don't know me yet, make sure to subscribe the channel so you stay updated. And also I will introduce a little to those who don't know me yet. My name is Tai Kölner. I'm an author, I'm a black magician, I'm a follower of the draconian path. In this regard, I know a strong brotherhood behind me. So also I am an empath, and this empathic gifts along the magical practice is something very nice to combine. And I will tell you in which way it is impacting your energy body in a funny way. I once told you about using a trigger to become a nerd. This is basically when you get in touch with somebody, and when you after that exercise on a skill the other one already did success. However, as a practitioner of dark magic, I like to combine both sides. So both my shadow works and my empathic gift and the magical practice. So if I'm working on astral plane with somebody, it might be that there is a merging of energy bodies. Because as you know me, I'm totally convinced that energy is learning from energy. And this is why it is so important to know whom you are working with. Because not everyone is supporting your path, and not everyone is able to offer you knowledge you don't already got in your matrix. So however, this energy learning is something what comes into this, and this is basically a trigger learning. What I always say, it's not a one-way road. So if you connect to somebody, and if you are working with somebody, so be it healing a pain, be it doing a fellow ritual together, where probably your energy and the energy of the other one is merging, in that case, or for example, if you're working with an entity and these energies are merging, there are some echoes which can last on you. And this is quite of a funny thing, because sometimes the side effect is because sometimes we have a funny side effect. It's occurring of tastes of the other one. This may be music, or a certain dish, or colors, or scents, or the other one suddenly likes the scent of wood, because you are wearing a perfume which includes the note of wood, but he or she did never meet you. However, this one is developing maybe a favor for this scent, just because you're wearing this perfume, and it is part of your energy structure, and those, because these energies were merged, this one maybe develops a favor for this. On the other side, maybe you give a chance to a sound which you never did think about to listen. So probably you cannot stand classics, or you are not a big fan of hip-hop, and so suddenly you're working with someone not even knowing what he is listening to, and you're scrolling YouTube, and suddenly you find out, oh, this sounds great. Yeah, but well, that's hip-hop. Yeah, but you did find a taste for this. You develop a ear to allow it to listen to. And this is not because you suddenly evolved. It is because the other one already liked it. And this is something what is really funny, because it is not really an taking over in a way of a healership. In a healership you try to take away in a healership you try to take away the pain, so the other one is getting rid of this. In this way, it rather is like a shadow copy. It is, the energies are merging, and so they become for a little while um, a united energy. So parts of you are parts of this other one, and parts of this other one are a part of you. And so if you're leaving, it is like a memory, a fellow memory, which is echoing in your mind. And this is why you develop certain behaviors or favorites which you never thought about. This is quite funny, and sometimes I do not get it in the first moment, and most don't get it in the first moment. But when you meet these people, and you suddenly smell, oh, that's a perfume, for example, is the easiest way to explain it. Then you suddenly know, oh, that's the reason why I like the scent of wood, because this one smells like a half of a forest. So um, this is something funny to find out. Also, it is a stronger part of this trigger thing. I did explain before, if you want to learn like a maniac, this is one of my videos I made, learning like a maniac by using the triggers. You try to, for example, when you, so there it is when you, for example, are talking to a friend, and this friend is not from your country but from another country, or this friend is following another path maybe, or has another skills than you got, then you can maybe be triggered for easier learning that language or for easier learning that technique, because your energies are close. When it comes to merging, it is even closer. It may happen that you know things you never did before, or that you like things you never did even consider trying or tasting or listening for. So this is basically the difference and the similarity between energy merging and energy contact. When you got an energy contact, it's more like a muse whispering an idea. And so if you're working, for example, on a language, the inner barrier, the inner sensor, is not stopping you from learning it, because your inside, your energy body already knows the language in a way. It easier enters the inner sensor. When it comes to overtaking tastes, it is not you who is trying to input the knowledge, it is already the energy which did learn it. So in that case, it is just your job to, to break behind the subconsciousness, so to dig it out of the shadows, because there is already a library of knowledge. And merging with other entities or persons already does extend this library. You just have to find access for it. And there is a downside on this. That's a little less funny. You should really observe which one you want to work with, because there might be somebody who is chaotic or lazy or depressed or sick, or of a bad character. And the same way you could develop a taste for something or a favor for something, you also could get an impact of being aggressive, being sad, being hyperactive, being lazy or chaotic or something, because this is a frequency you did pick up from the other one. So you cannot block this in the moment if you're working close, energy merged with another person, but you have to do a second job afterwards. You have to closely observe your own actions. So for example, if you work with somebody and suddenly you you're lazy as hell, and also you are depressed and something is wrong on you and this is totally not your kind of existence, you should observe what it is. Maybe even talk to this person. Ask him if he is okay. Ask him if you can help on something. Whatever. You don't need to unveil that you feel it. On the other side, if you feel something what is negative on you and you think it is not yours, you can also banish this. You just have to find this energy before, and so it is one big point to observe yourself. But today's video is a funny aspect of this, because really imagine you got a favor for Violet and suddenly your best friend is popping up with a t-shirt in a deep purple violet. That's cool. Or if you for example, as I did on the entity on no, I will not unveil his name, but the rucola thing, I hate it, but somehow this frequency was in the room and so I had to do. This is a funny aspect, and take an eye on that, keep an eye on this, and be happy if you find such a synchronicity, because this is really a funny thing on magical work. I wish you a wonderful one, and talking next time.